So 24 hours after WWE Backlash, which has divided the wrestling community down the middle, we've got Monday Night Raw. Now, a few individuals have said, hey, Backlash was so bad, I'm sure WWE will put loads of effort into their Monday night programming, and that will balance everything out. Now look, I'm a positive dude, but I'm going to say this, some aspects of Raw were borderline crazy. But that's why we have Ups and Downs, the show where we do indeed go through WWE programming, in this case Monday Night Raw, and we give the good bits an up, and we give the bad bits a down. And much like Paul Heyman, I'm going to give you a spoiler. There's a lot of downs today, which I don't like doing. It ruins my whole gimmick, but what you got to do, I got to tell the truth. I'm Simon Miller, let's Ups and Downs. Now, I don't like being a negative Nancy, as I just said. However, when Raw did start, I sat there and I was like, man, let's get it down. It was all standard stuff as Kurt Angle came out to the ring and let us know, hey, our new build is Money in the Bank, so let's start building to Money in the Bank. And that's why we had ladders on the entranceway. And to do that, he announced 2 triple threat matches. The winner of both would indeed be in their respective Money in the Bank matches. So later on, we are indeed going to have Roman Reigns versus Sami Zayn versus Finn Balor, and we're going to have Ember Moon versus Ruby Riott versus Sasha Banks. And then Braun Strowman came out and told us some bizarre story about when he was a kid and just killed everybody that lived in a treehouse, and I think that's actually what he said. And then Kevin Owens interrupted and he was like, look, let's stop faffing around. I deserve to be in the Money in the Bank match. And Kurt Angle said, okay, well, you two are going to have a bout right now, and the winner will indeed be in the Money in the Bank match. And you know what happened? Of course you do. Kevin Owens lost to Braun Strowman after the running power slam, which means that is twice in the space of 24 hours where Owens has lost to the big man. Why we do this? Hence the down. But yeah, Braun is officially in the Money in the Bank match, and for my money, who the hell's going to beat him? Who else is going to go over Braun Strowman in that match? Apollo Crews? Exactly. And it's another down, if you can believe it. And what have I become? What am I doing? Who am I? Who are you? But we cut to backstage. We had a promo of Roman Reigns, and it just made me want to cry real tears. Down. The real issue was that he mentioned about being the real Universal Champion, which makes no sense, and insinuated that the reason he wasn't was because of management. Now, WWE aren't really pushing that story all the way. Roman feels dead. All this was bad. Or if you didn't think that beforehand, just you wait till later on in the evening, just you wait. We then had 2 promos, one by Bayley and one by Breezango, and again, it was all tied into Money in the Bank, because that's what this show was all about. They wanted you to know, hey, we've got a pay-per-view coming up, and it's called Money in the Bank. You should watch do so on the WWE Network. What I like, though, is that Fandango said they were working on a new case, to which Tyler Breeze responded, no, you mean briefcase, because you know that's what you get if you win. I'm an idiot. I laughed. That's right. Get it up. And then it's another down. I'm just so sorry. I can't help it. But we had another weird segment. So yeah, what can I do? It started with Goldust finding Angle and saying, hey Angle, I want to be in Money in the Bank. We've already touched upon why that happened. And then Jinder Mahal also came into the picture, and he too wanted to be in the Money in the Bank, but he was more mad because he was like, why aren't I in that triple threat match later, especially because Roman Reigns is, and I don't think Roman Reigns deserves to be there. Remember that? Kurt's decision to all of this is that Jinder should face Chad Gable, and if Jinder wins, he'll think about putting him in the Money in the Bank match. Already, that's absolutely pointless. And then Goldust made a movie quote. What? Can you believe it too? It's another down. What is happening to wrestling? What is happening to my positive brain? It's being ripped from the skull and thrown in the toilet. Now, again, this match was fine and it was moderately entertaining, but all I could think the whole time was, who is this for? Because it was indeed Baron Corbin in the Revival going against Titus Worldwide and No Way Jose. It just felt like an attempt to get people on the show as opposed to building anything, so it was just there, like a butterfly that slowly floats past your face. You look at it and go, lovely, but then as soon as you saw it, it's already gone, because that's what a butterfly does. It arrives and it leaves. Corbin won the match after an end of days on No Way Jose, and again, all I could think was, why the hell did we call this man up for NXT? There has been no reason to do so. No, man, everything just seemed so lost at this point. I felt like I was searching the darkness, looking for the truth, but I couldn't find the light. And yes, again, Sasha versus MB versus Ruby Riott is getting it down. What has happened to my persona, my gimmick? Dead. Now, I did kind of enjoy the match. I want you to know that. I'm not saying anything bad about that. I thought that was okay. And yes, the Riott Squad kept getting involved because that's what they do, and we're going to talk about that in 1 second. However, if you just want to know the result, Ember Moon won after hitting the Eclipse on Ruby Riott. But that isn't the issue. As we just said, Logan and Morgan kept getting involved, and who do they keep focusing on? Sasha Banks. So have a guess who then came out to make the save. That's right, Bayley. Why is Bayley helping Sasha Banks? Because of everything we've seen over the last 2, 3 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 12 weeks. Anyone understand this feud? Because I don't. Am I just meant to forget about all the violence that happened before? I guess I am, but I can't. I can't because I've said before, I am a wrestling nerd. You just know eventually the feud is going to kick off properly and they have a match and then nobody will care because nobody's given us a reason to care. But yes, the point of this is that Ember Moon is in the Money in the Bank. Following this was a promo featuring Bobby Lashley and a sit-down interview with the man. He just talked about how happy he was to be back with the company and he thanked his sisters and his family for all the good things in his life, and that's how, he's become this hardened individual. It was alright, it was fine, getting enough. Then we had a backstage segment with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, and while WWE does continue to tease a breakup, they're just so good, it made me happy in my soul, getting enough. Naturally, Owens was still mad that Sami Zayn had slapped him at Backlash, but Sami was like, don't worry about that, that was then, this is now, we need to focus on winning the Universal Championship. Sami wanted to know if they could still rely on each other, if they were still a team. Kevin said, yeah. To which Sami responded, don't you mean yep? And Kevin Owens was like, no, I mean yeah. So the split is coming, but yes, they are both wonderful human beings. Then it was Jinder versus Chad Gable. Jinder won. Jinder also beat up Gable after the match. Conducting down. A bunch of random stuff after this, but I can't handle it anymore, so it all just gets one big up. So yes, one big up for Alexa Bliss saying she wants to be Money in the Bank. The Ascension cutting a promo like they're now serious tag team again, even though WWE's been jobbing them out for ages. And yes, the up also includes Zack Ryder going to Kurt Angle and said he too would like to be Money in the Bank, even though I doubt that will ever happen. Jinder was also there, and he was also getting mad that Angle still wouldn't put him in the triple threat match later on. But as I said before, we're gonna get there. It was Heath Slater and Rhino going against Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre afterwards, and the latter is such a good team, they fire my jets up. Naturally, they killed Slater and Rhino after that awesome move that they do, which is the Claymore kick into the zigzag, and while some fans did chant for 3MB, because Drew McIntyre and Heath Slater in the same ring, it was never mentioned on commentary, and this was just a nice little short tag match. But then we're back to the downs because Bob Roode I should say, beat Elias in the definition of a 50-50 booked feud. Down. Now, Elias' bit beforehand gets an up because, as I've said before, and as I will say again and will continue to say in the future, the man just completely gets his shtick at the moment. He delivers it every time. Here he was taking the mick out of Billy Joel. I enjoyed it immensely. But then Roode came out for a fight, and he won the fight after a glorious TDT that really did come out of nowhere, so why would I care about this feud now? Also, Bob Roode wasn't selling his throat at all, so why 7 days ago did we introduce that story into proceedings? He had a bad throat, that's why the match got called off. A week later, I'm fine. Has everything gone crazy recently, or am I the crazy one? Somebody please tell me because I feel crazy. Roode then insinuated he was done with all this, and he too wanted to focus on Money in the Bank. More fool me for caring in the first place. A solid up followed this though, thank goodness, because Seth Rollins came out the MVP of Raw at the moment, so yes, up. He just did a standard promo, but the key here was that he said yes, Money in the Bank is important, but to him it's not, because he's the Intercontinental Champion and he just wants to focus on that. That was wonderful. Let's put more prestige behind this belt, and then he announced he was going to do an open challenge, and I love open challenges. Maybe not here, because the opponent was Mojo Rawley, but all of this was good. Seth did hit the curb stomp in about 10 minutes for the win. It was decent enough, and finally I was like, something I can actually enjoy, sink my teeth into. Now I am going to be a hypocrite, which is my prerogative, because these are my ups and downs, but then we had the World Tag Team Champions, Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt, taking on Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel. They won in about, 30 seconds, wasn't that short, maybe 2 minutes, and I'm just going to give it an up, because I want to give it an up, and I find the Deleter of Worlds very entertaining. However, I would say, WWE, I think you could do more with Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel. I quite like them. Then it was the main event, which, as we've said, was Finn Balor versus Sami Zayn versus Roman Reigns for a spot in the Money in the Bank match. Of course, this was good. Everybody in this match is good. Up. It was just an awesome back and forth encounter, which did, of course, see Reigns get booed. At one point, Sami Zayn and Finn Balor teamed up to put the boots to Roman, and all of a sudden, they were the biggest baby faces in the world. It ended with Finn Balor hitting the coup de grace onto Sami Zayn, and that's fine. He deserves to be in the Money in the Bank match. That's not my problem here. My problem here is what we did with Roman Reigns, or at least what we did to get him out of this match. Just before Roman was about to get the win, because of course, Jinder Mahal came to ringside, he attacked Roman Reigns, and you know what that means. Before we get Reigns-Lesnar 4,722, we're getting a feud between Jinder and Roman Reigns. Now, I am a positive man and I love wrestling, and maybe this will be one of the best programs we've seen in years. However, on paper, This is a really stupid idea. No one really cares about Jinder because of everything that happened last year. We know the Roman Reigns situation, and now we're going to push them together. I assume WWE thinks, well, everyone hates Jinder, so we put Jinder against Roman Reigns. We'll all boo Roman Reigns, but no, we won't. We'll either cheer Jinder because we're assholes, or we'll just boo both of them. Who wanted to see Jinder Mahal versus Roman Reigns? And if you're out there, answers on a postcode, send them to me, or drop a line in the comments. It doesn't count if you're Jinder Mahal's mother. I imagine that yes, you would like that. That makes sense. But I tell you, I've got the fear, because I think this may actually be about to run Roman Reigns further into the floor. And he's already stuck there to begin with. Now, don't forget to leave a comment below and let us know what you thought about last night's Raw. Like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you head over to WhatCulture.com and read yourself some articles. And follow WhatCulture on Twitter. WhatCulture WWE. My name is Simon from WhatCulture. Thank you for watching Ups and Downs. And I look forward to seeing you again soon, or maybe on May 28th in Sheffield for Defiant Wrestling. Well, that's right, Miller's coming back to whoop somebody's ass. So, thanks for watching. Please feel free to click on any of these things around my head, or something terrible might happen to the dog. Too sweet me, bro. Traitor. Traitor.